Hello students, today again we all are here with the new subtopic of our chapter who named as human nervous system. Today we will completely discuss about the human nervous system. Normally human nervous system contain two types of system in our body, as you can see. First one is known as CNS and second nervous system is known as PNS. CNS is for central nervous system and PNS is for peripheral nervous system. Both system presents in our body and where they all are present we will discuss. Firstly, central nervous system means that type of nervous system or that type of group of neurons which is present in center of our body. And which organ is present in the center of our body? As we all can say, mainly brain and spinal cord. Okay, they both works as messenger and act as boss also in the case of normal activities and reflex action activities, as we all studied about them. So mainly brain and spinal cord comes in the category of central nervous system. And what about peripheral nervous system? Means that type of neurons or that type of group of nerves that is present in our complete body except in our central place. Okay, means that type of nerves which will come under the category of peripheral nervous system, they all will collect message from the complete body and then they will send the message near CNS. Okay, firstly they will send the message near spinal cord. As we all knows the complete arc of normal activities, firstly complete nerves which is present in the periphery will collect the message in the form of chemical impulse, as we all knows. Then they will send the message near spinal cord, then finally near the brain, because in normal activities brain will be the boss. Then further work will be occurred by the brain. Okay, brain. How many times I told this name? So mainly actually this is the overview of our subtopic. That's why in the form of table firstly we will discuss, then with the help of diagram I will tell you. Firstly, brain contain mainly three parts in our definitely in brain it will contain three parts. First one is forebrain. For means samne, forebrain, samne ka brain. Second one midbrain, central one. Third one hindbrain. These are the main three types of brain, but there are further subtypes of these brains are also present. Firstly, forebrain will contain mainly three parts. First one cerebrum, second part is diencephalon, and third part is olfactory lobe. Yes, all three are the parts of forebrain, and forebrain is the main and subtype of our brain. Second subtype of our brain is midbrain. Midbrain contain mainly four parts. First part is hypothalamus, second part is known as pituitary gland, third part is known as optic lobes, and fourth part is known as cerebral peduncle. All four are the subparts of midbrain, and midbrain is the second part of brain. Third is known as hindbrain. Hind, पीछे का हिस्सा, hindbrain. Hindbrain contain mainly three parts. Firstly pons, second one medulla, or you can see medulla oblongata. Both are the correct name or same. And third one is cerebellum. Yeah, it's cerebellum, and the main part of forebrain is cerebrum. There is a lot of difference in between both the term and we will discuss about it. Yes, cerebrum. Actually the main part of brain, that is forebrain, and the first part of forebrain, that is cerebrum, it will also contain four lobes in itself. Okay, it will contain four lobes in itself. First lobe is known as frontal lobe, second lobe is known as parietal lobe, third lobe is known as occipital lobe, and fourth lobe is known as temporal lobe. Actually, with the help of this table, easily we can understand the complete theory of CNS. Okay, and according to your syllabus, as I told you, practically we will convey our syllabus. Okay, our learning we will convey according to our syllabus. Okay, practically we will convey. So in human nervous system we will only discuss about the CNS, means completely we will discuss about the brain and spinal cord, and with the help of diagram easily we can understand about the brain. So this is the structure of our brain. Yeah, very convoluted, highly complicated structure. As I told you, just students think about the brain. Think about the brain. So first, convoluted structure, football like structure will come in your mind definitely. I am telling you, easily we can go with the bat. If I will tell you, just think about the brain without seeing any diagram, then what will you say? You will say, ma'am, a light pinkish structure, highly convoluted, and lobes looks like the football and light pinkish, roundish, very soft. It will be the image of brain in your mind, and definitely your expectation will be very high to understand about the brain, but your imagination definitely will be 100% right. And how it will be 100% right, I am telling you. Yes, highly convoluted football like structure contains by a brain. Your imagination is absolutely correct, but you imagine only a single part of brain. And which will be the part? I will tell you. Highly coiled, you can say, a lot of coilings are present here. Convoluted structure, a football like, these lobes are looks like football, and that roundish structure is known as brain. Yes, and normally this brain is not present in our superior body part. Normally brain is not present. Actually a hard covering is also present which protect our brain. Brain is in the inside, but what about this outer covering? A hard bony structure present around the brain. Okay, means a covering present around the brain which is known as cranium. Yes, this covering, as you can see, this outer covering is known as cranium. Okay, and this is the hard bony structure. That's why our brain will be the safe. Okay, second thing, after cranium some layers, or we can say 3 layers are present after cranium. Okay, after that 3 layers brain is present here. Okay, and these layers are also known as Mannings. You can say brain layer, or you can say Mannings are present under cranium for the safety of brain. There will be the major purpose of presence of Mannings and cranium will be safety of brain. Yeah, Mannings and cranium is for the safety of brain. Then after this bony structure and after the layer of 3 Mannings, brain will definitely come here. Okay, this brain actually contain immovable joints. Yeah, this brain also contain joints, but their joints are immovable. Okay, this is a balloon like structure. You can say brain is a balloon like structure, and in between these Mannings, as I told you, there are mainly 3 Mannings are present. So in between these Mannings, fluid is filled. Completely fluid is present here in between Mannings, and this fluid is known as cerebrospinal fluid. Yes, that fluid which is present in between the layer of Mannings is known as cerebrospinal fluid. If you want, you can note down cerebrospinal fluid is present in between the layer of Mannings. Okay, or in between that layer which is present in the outer side of brain. Clear? So cranium is present, Three layers are present. In between three layers, cerebrospinal fluid is present. So what will be the work of cerebrospinal fluid? Actually, that fluid will prevent the brain from any type of outer jerk or from any type of outer shock. Okay? Any type of jerk, any type of shock. Means this cerebrospinal fluid will work as a shock absorber and you can say jerk absorber. Okay, completely it will absorb the shock and will prevent the brain completely from any outer damage. And second work of cerebrospinal fluid will be the nourishment of neuron. Yes, they nourish the neuron completely, cerebrospinal fluid. Clear? So, as I told you, there are mainly three parts of brain are present here. First one is forebrain. This highly convoluted structure, this structure, as you can see, this surrounded structure is known as forebrain. This center part is known as midbrain, and that part, hind part, that is known as hindbrain. Three parts of brain are present here. First were forebrain, midbrain, and this one is hindbrain. Clear? In forebrain, mainly three parts are present. Yes, in forebrain, mainly three parts are present. Firstly, this part is known as cerebrum. Second, this part is known as diencephalon. Yes, first part cerebrum. If you want, you can note down. Second part is diencephalon. And third part is known as olfactory lobe. Yes, all three are the parts of forebrain and they will contain their own responsibility. Okay, and firstly, if I will tell you about the structure of forebrain, so if I will tell you, just suppose the structure of brain, what will you think? So you will think a light pinkish, highly convoluted structure, pinkish structure are outer covering completely. You are not imagine a wrong thing. Okay, same thing which will be imagined by you, that will be the complete structure of forebrain. Yeah, without any knowledge, easily you can imagine a structure of forebrain. Yes, a complete structure which you will imagine will be the structure of forebrain. You can see a highly convoluted structure you will imagine, and this highly convoluted structure will be the forebrain. Okay, first part cerebrum, second part is diencephalon, and third part is olfactory lobe. Main part is this cerebrum. Yes, cerebrum is the main thinking part of our brain. Completely thinking process occurs by the cerebrum and complete voluntary actions of our body. Means that type of action which occurs in our body via our wish. Just like movement of our hand, movement of our leg, and different type of voluntary actions which we want. Okay, that complete action will control or normally controlled by the cerebrum. Clear? But this cerebrum is not only the single one. Actually, this cerebrum completely contains 4 lobes in itself. Yes, this cerebrum contains mainly 4 lobes. And what will be the structure of lobe? I am telling you. Yeah, this will be the lobes of cerebrum. First lobe known as frontal lobe, second lobe known as parietal lobe, third lobe is known as occipital lobe, and fourth one is temporal lobe. These lobes are completely responsible for their own specific work. Firstly, this frontal lobe. Definitely it will be the first part of cerebrum. And what will be the work of frontal lobe? Listen, very slowly I am telling you, or we are discussing about these lobes and about different part of brain. So if you want, okay, if you want, you can normally Note down all the points which I am telling you. These all are the very important points for all of you. Clear? So, first lobe of cerebrum is frontal lobe. Frontal lobe actually is mainly responsible for the complete muscular activities of our body. Okay? Completely muscular activities. Movement of muscles occur by the order of frontal lobe of cerebrum. Complete muscular activity we can do with the help of our frontal lobe. Clear? Second work of frontal lobe will be reasoning. If you will solve any type of reasoning, if you are thinking about any type of reasoning, blood relation or normal dash you are solving, normal puzzle you are solving, okay, all these process or all the reasoning controlled by the frontal lobe of cerebrum. And third work of frontal lobe is planning. Suppose that I am telling you, guys, we are going to the Agra or Delhi for the school tour. So before 3-4 days of going, what will you do? You will plan. You will plan complete trip. Means, mama, I will carry this bag. I will carry this clothes, and this will be the snack I will carry with me, and a lot of things. Means planning will takes place. So this planning also controls by the frontal lobe. What will be the main work of frontal lobe? Frontal lobe will be mainly responsible for the muscular activities of our body, for the reasoning, every type of reasoning, and for the planning. Okay, easily we can do all the three work with the help of frontal lobe. Second lobe is known as parietal lobe. This parietal lobe is mainly responsible, we can say, for the emotional activity, emotions, our complete emotions controlled by the parietal lobe. Second one is recognition. Okay, recognition. If you are recognizing something, then it is under control parietal lobe. Clear? And third thing is consciousness. If you are conscious about anything, so that consciousness is controlled by the parietal lobe. And this is the second lobe of cerebrum. Don't forget, again and again I am telling you. Clear? So parietal lobe will be responsible for the all type of emotional activities of our body. Second one, recognition of anything. And third one, complete consciousness. Clear? Third part is known as occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. Actually, this occipital lobe is mainly responsible for the visual reception. If you are seeing anything, so for that seeing reception, this occipital lobe will be responsible. And fourth one, the single work of occipital lobe will contain only for the visual reception. Fourth part is known as temporal lobe. Yes, temporal lobe is mainly responsible for the hearing. Yes, sunna, hearing. For complete auditory activities, if you are listening something, okay, so for the complete auditory activities, for complete hearing activities, temporal lobe will be responsible. Second thing is for the memory control. Okay, if we are learning something, so for containing our memory, this temporal lobe will be responsible. And third work of temporal lobe is speech control. Suppose that I am just telling you, or we are just discussing about the brain, and in between I start A, B, C, D, chota, bada, badi, chota. So this is not a perfect manner. Actually, my temporal lobe is working properly, so I know what I am telling you about what we are discussing. If my temporal lobe will not work properly, then in between brain, easily I will start respiratory system. Easily I can start normal English alphabets, Hindi Varnamala, anything I can start. If there will be no control on my speech or anything, I can tell you. with the abusing language I can come in front of you. Okay, with the help of vulgar language I can treat you. But that thing is not going on here. Normally we are discussing about the brain, about the several parts of brain with the help of temporal lobe, because I have my own control on my speech, because my temporal lobe is working properly. That's why. So these all four are the parts of cerebrum. Clear? All four are the parts of cerebrum.